Thank you. We are so blessed with your leadership, Rod and Anna. We're blessed with your leadership as you come on board. We are truly in a space where we have so many wonderful people who lead and give of themselves in sacrifice and service, and we thank you very much. Today, as we gather for Auburn, for our community, this is a solemn day. 2 years ago, many of us remember Officer William Buechner, and I invite us just to take a few moments of silence and give thanks for our public safety family, for those who serve, for those who sacrifice, for those who've given themselves. Also, just take time to just reflect on where we were the last time we gathered as a chamber and remember all that you've been through. So I just invite us to just take a few moments of silence before we pray and begin. Let us pray. Holy God, we are blessed in so many ways in this community with leaders, with resources, with opportunities. We thank you so much for those who lead, for those who serve. And especially today, we remember the Buechner family and those who've paid the ultimate sacrifice. As we remember these fallen heroes, as we celebrate those who've given so much of their life for this community, Lord, we give thanks. And we pray, Lord, today that you would be with everyone in this room. We know that over the past months, the past 14 months at least, so many decisions have had to be made. So many plans have been made and made again. And Lord, today I pray that you would help us celebrate where we are today, to give thanks for the present and to look with great and wonderful hope for the future. Guide and bless us this day, we pray in your holy name. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Corey. We appreciate your being here today. Welcome, everyone, to the Auburn Chamber's annual meeting. It is so great to finally be able to conduct this meeting, and especially to do so in person. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. I'm Rod Cater, and I've had the privilege of serving as board chair during 2020. It is now my honor to welcome Ms. Stacy Williams Jordan, CEO and owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Preferred Real Estate. Stacy will provide the opening remarks as the presenting sponsor of today's meeting. Stacy and her team have been the presenting sponsor for the past 6 years. Thank you, Stacy, and we're so grateful for your continued support and look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you, Rod. Good afternoon, and welcome to the annual meeting of the Auburn Chamber of Commerce. We are honored at Berkshire Hathaway to be presenting this event again for the 6th consecutive year. After a very long year, it is great to actually be able to see everybody's face without a mask. So I just want to, is anybody else as excited as I am that we don't have to wear them anymore? I mean, some of you can relate to this, some of you are not going to be able to, but you don't really fully understand the disdain of a mask until you've had a hot flash in one. It's an actual, I believe mask-induced hot flashes is an actual diagnosis, but it's a real thing. While it was a year that did test us all in so many ways, and when no one knew exactly what to do or how to do it, we all did what we do best. We did business. The Auburn business community found a way to serve customers and clients, encourage staff, employees, and coworkers, and get through the challenges of a worldwide pandemic, masks and all. Today is a great day to celebrate the leaders that help ensure a thriving community for years to come. So again, I welcome you to this afternoon's event.
Thank you so much, Stacy. We appreciate your continued support of the Auburn Chamber and especially our annual meetings. Thank you all for being here. I'm Anna Hovey, the president of the Auburn Chamber. It's fantastic to see all of your faces here today. We have lots of things on the program today, and I'm excited that although 2020 was a completely different year than we expected, we found many things to celebrate. And we would like to highlight the endurance and perseverance of the wonderful business community that you all represent. Before we begin, in addition to Berkshire Hathaway, I'd like to thank our other event sponsors today: Alabama Power, Carr Riggs and Ingram, Center State Bank, the hotel at Auburn University, Jeffcoat Tramp Funeral Home, and Pruitt Pest Control. Without their support, we would not have this event today, so we thank you for making it possible. Let's give them a thank you. I'd like for you to also join me in welcoming a few of our area's elected officials. We have Representative Joe Lovern, Senator Tom Whatley, Senator Randy Price, State School Board Representative Tracy West, Auburn Mayor Ron Anders, Auburn City Councilman Jay Hovey and Brett Smith, Sheriff Jay Jones, and Revenue Commissioner Oline Price. Your attendance shows your support to the Auburn Chamber, and we thank you for what you do for our community as well. Clap for them. Additionally, I'd also like to thank Dr. Jay Gouge, president of Auburn University, and several members of his administration for being with us today. We'd also like to say a special hello to Dr. Heath Parker, who is the new VCOM dean. He and his wife, Amy, are here today as well. There are a few other groups that I'd like to recognize. First, our current group of board of directors. If those of you that are here, if you will please stand so we can recognize you. Don't be shy. I'm very thankful for these great leaders and the way they serve the chamber, but also how they serve the businesses that they represent. I'd also like to recognize any of our past board chairs who might be in the room. If those of you that are here, if you would mind standing as well. Thank you. A special thanks also to the 2020 retiring board members. They are Michael Bennett, John Bowles, Sarah Brown, Megan McGowan Crouch, Drew Goodner, Tony Holt, Barry Mask, Blake Otwell, Todd Scholl, and Tricia Peterson Young. Special thanks to you and your service as well. Also, if you'll look inside your program, we have a listing of the 2020 diplomats and the members of our 2020 Auburn Young Professionals Committee who help us every day do what we do, and we thank them especially for their service as well. I'd also like to draw your attention to the back page of the program. That is a place where you'll find the new Auburn Chamber team, and the pictures are listed there. If you haven't had the opportunity to meet our team members, I hope you'll take advantage to do so. We are making a few changes to our website, to our social media platforms, and plans for how to serve you better. We want you to know that we are here to listen. We're here to serve you, and we're here to help find solutions for the challenges that you face. We hope you'll take advantage of the opportunities that we offer, give input on new programs that we can implement, and we hope you won't hesitate to reach out to let us be your first resource for anything that you endure. Despite the uncertainty of 2020, we still found many things to be grateful for. We are thankful for the support of our community partners who led us through dealing with the pandemic. We're also thankful for the community who rallied and supported our businesses who are even now still facing challenges from the pandemic. And most especially, we're thankful for all of you, our members. Thank you for your continued support of the Chamber, especially through last year's alternative programming, and thank you for allowing us to serve you moving forward. We're committed to serving you and look forward to what is ahead. It's now my pleasure to invite Mayor Ron Anders to the stage. Mayor Anders is a former Auburn Chamber Board Chairman and is currently in his third year of his first term as mayor. Thank you, Mayor, for your constant support for the business community and for being here today.
Good afternoon. It is great to be here, and what a year it's been. It's wonderful to see a full room. It's wonderful to see the masks that are not on you and hopefully in your pocket. And it's wonderful to think that really soon life is going to be normal. We're going to be wearing orange and blue and tailgating. Our kids are going to be going back to school in the fall, and it's going to be exciting. You know, as I think about what all has happened this year, I think about my good friend Randy Price. And if you think about the struggles of COVID, the people who have fought it at its highest levels and the people who have won that fight, Randy, you're a great example. You're an encouragement to everybody in your community. You're an inspiration, and we're very proud to see you today. Rod, thank you for your support. Thank you for your service to this chamber. You've been an outstanding leader. And we look forward to you continuing working with us in the future and working to serve your community. And Big E, we look forward to spending the year with you and having a good time making Auburn a better place. It's been over a year since we last met to celebrate the successes of the Auburn business community. And today I'm thrilled to be able to honor all that you've overcome and to celebrate your hard work after an incredibly challenging year. We've almost made it through a pandemic of which the world has not seen in 100 years. We've had difficulties to endure, and we've had losses that we mourn. But we stand ready today to move ahead and stronger for what we've experienced. For more than a year, you have fought to serve your customers and your community in the midst of COVID-19. Even when your doors were closed, you didn't give up. Instead, you completely revamped your business models to better serve your customers. You altered your menus, you added curbside pickup options, and you expanded your online presence. When you were able to reopen your doors, you made sure your customers and your employees were safe and well taken care of. You never hesitated to lift up those around you, and when you needed help, your community was there for you as well. Thank you to the Auburn Chamber of Commerce for providing regular updates about the regulations required of all of our businesses as the rules were seemingly moving each and every week. You offered tools and resources to all of our business owners. Thank you for the way you and our businesses took care of the healthcare workers in this community. From the very beginning, you took the initiative to provide meals to the hospital workers in the COVID-19 units, to the ER, and to EAMC's call center. We thank you for that commitment and that service. Thank you to our hospital. Thank you for all that you did to care for us. Thank you for sounding the alarm that this was serious. Thank you for moving and being flexible and being pliable to alter the way you do business to try to take care of all of us to the best of your ability. You have been a superstar during this time. Thank you to EAMC and all of your leadership. And also thank you to our community, to you. You helped encourage these healthcare workers. You helped encourage those first responders and all those essential employees who had to go get the job done each and every day. Through your cards and your notes, through your ovations and your cheers, your posters and your signs, and most importantly, your prayers, you kept those people aware that they were loved and supported. Just as you didn't stop working, the city of Auburn continued to navigate the uncertain waters, and we tried to work alongside of you and our business community to keep Auburn rolling. Throughout this time, the city of Auburn has been here for our business community and for our residents. Even at the height of the pandemic, when our facilities were closed to the public, our employees were there from 8 to 5 working for Auburn. They kept your trash picked up. They kept your water flowing. They took care of the city's infrastructure, and they protected us and our families. They found new ways to serve you expanding online services and connecting residents to those in need, connecting residents in need with those who could provide relief. The City of Auburn opened a new public safety building, giving our police and our fire divisions much needed space and state-of-the-art technologies that allow them to do their jobs and to serve Auburn even better than before. And in the past couple of months, we were finally able to hold our first city council meeting in our new city council chambers. It will also provide an enhanced meeting space for all of our boards and commissions. After years of working to bring more parking to downtown, in the very near future, the Wright Street parking deck will open. And we're also excited about Auburn Bank's parking deck that will be open as well. So the knowledge and the notion that there's nowhere to park in downtown Auburn will soon be debunked. Our economic development team launched into action to hold job fairs to find jobs for displaced workers, as some of our local industries were forced to close. They continued recruiting new companies, and today we have even more jobs in our technology industrial parks than we did before the pandemic began. In our audience today is Mr. Bobby Abrams. He is the president of SIO2. There's not a greater example of the success of our industries, the success of our manufacturing than SIO2. Bobby, we brag about SIO2 being truly an Auburn company with a worldwide imprint. We thank you for believing in Auburn a long time ago and for growing your company here and employing so many of our residents. Thank you so much. We at the city tried to provide all that we could to our local businesses, especially through our working capital loan interest subsidy program. And along with our city staff, our city council continued to wrestle with big decisions and trying to keep our plans going for Auburn's futures. As we knew the struggles that you were facing with customers as our stores and our businesses had to quarantine and shut down, we understood that that would affect our local economy. So our finance team budgeted conservatively. But thankfully, as we stand here today, we can tell you that we prepared for a worse outcome than we have realized. Because once again, the Auburn family stepped up. The measures you took to continue business, even during the pandemic, helped ensure that our economy endured, and now it is on the road to recovery. As we measure the economic reality as the pandemic enters its later days, we look forward to a full football stadium, to full hotels this fall, and we're now making sure that we're continuing to make adjustments in our budget so that we can provide the infrastructure, the facility upgrades, and the capital projects that our community needs and expects. So many in our community have been partners in getting us to the light at the end of this tunnel. Our partnership with Auburn University has been as strong as ever during this trying time. From the beginning of the pandemic, we worked closely with university leadership to chart a path forward. To keep our community safe, we had to think of our student population that has such a big impact on the entire Auburn community. I want to thank the university, Dr. Googe, and all of his staff for their diligence in encouraging safe practices and congratulate them on a successful school year in spite of all the challenges that they faced. In February, the City of Auburn partnered with East Alabama Medical Center to establish a community vaccine center right here in Auburn. The city staff worked nights and weekends to transform the old Tuesday morning building into a clinic that as of today has distributed more than 88,000 vaccines into this community. And our public safety department was instrumental in making sure that the clinic operates smoothly. The city staff was there to volunteer with the registration tables, and many of you sitting right here in this audience, either yourself or your employees, were there to volunteer each and every day. Again, a huge thanks goes to the Auburn Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Opelika Chamber of Commerce, and so many of our restaurants in our community who every day fed those volunteers so they would not have to leave the vaccine clinic, and did that over a 4-month period of time. Without partnerships like these, and that also includes the city of Opelika and the Lee County EMA, this clinic would not have been possible. It's truly a testament to the impact that a united community can have on its population. With all this behind us, it's now time to look forward. We look forward to a world where each of your businesses are thriving, as customers are able to come visit you without having to worry about social distancing and occupancy, for crying out loud. We had a taste of this just a few weeks ago during Auburn University's graduation weekend. It was such a sign of hope that a gradual return to normal to see the numbers that many of you reported from that weekend. Tomorrow night, 628 outstanding young people will walk across the stage in Duck Sanford Stadium, graduating from Auburn High School. I applaud our school system, all of the teachers of our school system, and all the students and their families for making it through such a difficult year. And as we sit here today, the Auburn High School Tigers are taking on Hoover in the state baseball championship, and we wish them well, too. We look forward to continued growth and development in our community with exciting projects underway, like East Alabama Medical Center's new 3-story facility in the Auburn Technology Park. The new Auburn Medical Pavilion, get used to saying that, Auburn Medical Pavilion will include a freestanding emergency department, radiology and laboratory services, an ambulatory surgery center, and many other services, and it'll be fantastic for the city of Auburn. The one-of-a-kind right next door, Tony and Libba Rain Culinary Science Center, will be a hands-on training ground for students in Auburn's hospitality management program. The facility will also have several offerings for the public, including a teaching restaurant, a rooftop garden, and many, many more things. A new elementary school will soon be breaking ground called Woodland Pines Elementary School on Farmville Road, which will serve an ever-growing school system. Auburn City Schools enrollment this past year reached over 8,900 kids for the first time in Auburn City history and continues to increase each year at a rate that makes Auburn City Schools one of the fastest growing systems in the state. And also, as we sit here today, Fire Station number 6 is being built on Farmville Road in North Auburn. Despite businesses having to revamp the way they operated during the pandemic, the Auburn Chamber held 25 ribbon cuttings for new businesses in 2020, and we've seen already so many in 2021. We have even more to look forward to in 2021 as our commercial base continues to grow with the addition of a downtown Publix. And maybe you heard last night, the City Council approved a development agreement with Buc-ee's on Exit 50, and there are many more to come. We look forward to the biggest community planning initiative in decades, Auburn 2040. Well, we'll hear from you, our residents, our business community, and other stakeholders as to where you'd like to see Auburn in the next 20 years. Information about this initiative, including the details about the 8 teams that we're asking community members to sign up for, is available at auburnalabama.org/2040. Committee signups will open this Monday, May 24th, and run through June 13th, and we look forward to a great kickoff on Thursday, July the 15th at the Auburn High School auditorium. The strength of our business community displayed during these tough times is a testament to the work of someone who has poured so much time into developing and equipping and connecting Auburn's business community for the last 25 years. For the last 25 years, she has been a steady advocate for the Auburn business community. For the last 25 years, she's been a loyal servant to the citizens of Auburn. For the last 25 years, she has given great advice to the people that has served as mayor. And for the last 25 years, she's been a great friend. I love you, Lolly. And as we look forward, we are grateful for the dedicated service of Anna Hovey. And we look forward to serving with you, Anna. You have done so much for the Auburn Chamber, and we have no doubt that you'll lead the Auburn Chamber and the business community into greater heights in the future. Congratulations. Dale Carnegie said, "Most things in this world have been accomplished by people who kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all." If the last year has shown us anything, it's shown us that our local businesses are resilient, that they are innovative, they are flexible, and most of all, they really care about the community that they operate in. When hope was hard to find, you kept on trying. We thank you for that. Thank you for lifting each other up. Thank you for lifting all of us up. Thank you for serving our residents, and thank you for all that you'll do as we'll move forward into the rest of this year and next. Because you kept on trying Auburn has hope for a promising future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. And now we want to begin with the recognition of 2020's award winners and highlight some of the wonderful elements that help make the business community what it is. A special thank you to Mac Media for creating our awards video today. So please turn your attention to the screens. In our quest to celebrate the everyday accomplishments of this community, we've uncovered one success story after another. We've learned that hustle and perseverance are secret ingredients and that building community matters. Thank you all for being here with us to help celebrate. First, we'd like to share a few honorees who have already been presented with their awards. In late spring, after a community-wide vote, we announced the Best of Small Business in 5 different categories: Emerging, Operating Less than 5 years, 1 to 10 employees, 11 to 50 employees, 51 to 100 employees, and Retailer of the Year. The winners are as follows. In the Emerging category, Lucy's. 1 to 10 employees, Hornsby Farms. 11 to 50 employees, Taquerita. 51 to 100 employees, Nipper's Place. And Retailer of the Year, The Potting Shed. Congratulations to all 5. Each quarter of 2020, the Auburn Chamber presented individuals with Customer Service Crowns, an award that honors the hard-working service professionals who make our lives happier and easier. This year we celebrated Sherry and Chris Maynor of Simplified Transitions, Monica Townsend of Bow and Arrow, Kimberly Hyde of the Hotel at Auburn University, and Robin Hevlin of Therapy Boutique. Thank you for making our days a little brighter. Presented this year by Riverbank and Trust, the Auburn Young Professionals Program continues to engage and develop area young leaders. Several 2020 standout members were recently honored. Jay James of Auburn University received the Engage Award. Ryan Roberts of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services received the Develop Award. And Marley Lee of Build-A-Bride Auburn received the Connect Award. Congratulations to these AYP members. Now for today's celebrations. We will first honor our Eagle Award winners. The Eagle Awards are presented to businesses or individuals who have made broad contributions to the Auburn community. Recipients must be members of the Auburn Chamber and in business in Auburn for no less than 5 years. Recipients have made an impact in our community through at least one of the following categories: educational growth for employees and community, job opportunities, charitable contributions, civic contributions, or aesthetic contribution via building and landscaping. Our first Eagle Award goes to Auburn City Schools Career and Technical Program. Auburn City Schools Career and Technical Education Program has 15 programs offering classes that range from TV production to aquaculture to finance. The program is present in multiple schools in our community with more than 1,000 students gaining a hands-on education that allows them to explore their interests and aptitudes. Dr. Sylvia Scaife, Director of Career and Technical Education for Auburn City Schools, hopes to expand the program to more schools including elementary and middle schools. The program aims to prepare students for work or higher education after graduation. The students also have opportunities to gain industry certifications by completing career readiness indicator assessments in their program. This program continues to provide industries in our community with skilled workforces. We are proud to have such a well-rounded, impactful education program for young students established in Auburn. We can't wait to see how the program continues to grow. Our second Eagle Award goes to B&B Beverage Management. B&B Beverage Management was founded in 2008 by Navy veteran Bobby Greenwald.
The management company is dedicated to providing hospitality solutions for all events safely and efficiently. With over 100 different hospitality services, B&B supports Auburn's community with a plethora of job opportunities. When COVID-19 paused all events and launched us into quarantine, B&B Beverage Management did not concede. Instead, they led us to become at-home bartenders and launched cocktail kits as a way to engage companies and the community during the pandemic. B&B Beverage Management made Zoom meetings fun with virtual happy hour. Companies were encouraged to add custom items to build a cohesive experience with their brand, and mixologists were always available to join the party. The cocktail kits were such a hit that by the end of 2020, B&B Beverage Management Company continued to work throughout the pandemic to introduce Boxtails, a fully realized service and online cocktail store, including a national cocktail delivery program. The Boxtails helped to enhance our AYP Connect events in 2020, helping to liven up our virtual trivia events, as well as our end-of-the-year drive-through celebration. We are so impressed with B&B Beverage Management's dedication and ability to persevere. We're grateful for B&B Beverage Management's presence in the Auburn community. Our third Eagle Award goes to Backpack International. Established and founded by Oslin Rodriguez in 2016, Backpack International serves families in East Alabama, Guyana, and beyond. Oslin recognized a gap while visiting her grandfather's village in Guyana. She saw too many children without proper clothes and nutrition, and she knew she could help them. Since that visit, Backpack International has grown to serve Mexico, Belize, and East Alabama. International mission trips, vacation Bible school programs, and backpack distribution are organized annually. The backpacks are filled with essentials for the upcoming school year, including hygiene items, school supplies, and toys. By partnering with local businesses, the nonprofit distributes meals to families in need in East Alabama, including the Auburn community. Backpack International also serves the Auburn community through local events. From planning and coordinating 5K fundraisers to organizing Unity prayer events and service projects, the nonprofit, along with volunteers, raise awareness for those in need. Our fourth Eagle Award goes to AUMC's volunteer management at the Community Vaccine Clinic. We all felt the hardship of the pandemic in 2020, and when news of an approved vaccine was released, we rejoiced. When the City of Auburn established plans for a community-wide vaccine site, part of the plans included the need for someone to help coordinate the mass of volunteers that would be required to help guide people through the process. Joe Davis, Mission and Outreach Coordinator for Auburn United Methodist Church, played a key role in organizing and recruiting volunteers to undertake this effort. The volunteer management at the vaccine site has been remarkable. There have been many to hail the success of the vaccine site, including those who have received vaccines, local officials who have helped fund the effort, and even Governor Kay Ivey, who recently visited the site to celebrate the community-wide effort. In addition to members of the community, students from Auburn University, Southern Union State Community College, Tuskegee University, and VCOM collaborated together on this project. During a world-altering experience, we are appreciative of all the hard work and long hours of all the many volunteers at the vaccine site. We thank everyone who has made contributions to the process of restoring our community and protecting us from COVID-19. With close to 90,000 vaccines administered, the effort to provide the vaccines in such an organized manner is definitely worth celebrating. Our next Eagle Award goes to the renovation project for Pruitt Allstate Insurance and Pruitt Pest Control. Rusty Pruitt has lived in the Auburn-Opelika area since 2011 and opened his first Allstate insurance agency during that same year. Rusty serves the community in more ways than one. He is on the boards of Storybook Farm and the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Lee County. He helped to secure a grant through the All-State Foundation for these organizations, as well as the Food Bank of East Alabama and the Big House Foundation. After adding Pruitt Pest Control to his business portfolio, there was a need for more office space. Rusty transformed a former office building to a modern and beautiful workspace. Today, we are celebrating Rusty for his investment and transformation of the beautiful building that houses both Pruitt Allstate Insurance and Pruitt Pest Control, as well as many other businesses inside the newly renovated building. Our last Eagle Award goes to Bailey Harris Construction. Founded in 1979 by Jack Bailey and Alan Harris, Bailey Harris Construction Company was built upon integrity, wisdom, hard work, and customer satisfaction. Bailey Harris Construction has been committed to the Auburn area for more than 40 years, and in that time, the company has made countless contributions to the community. Cranes, excavators, and hard hats are visible reminders of economic growth and new opportunities. Bailey Harris Construction's core values of safety, quality, leadership, integrity, customer service, fairness, and accountability make their work reliable and impactful. However, it is ultimately the people within the company that distinguish it as a major asset in the community. As Alan Harris refers to the company, they are a family, and they stand behind the belief that the most important thing they build is their name in the community. The strong emphasis on providing quality construction services to clients while also fostering a culture where employees feel valued within the organization make us proud to celebrate Bailey Harris Construction and their aesthetic contribution of their brand new office building, as well as the many other projects they have completed over the last 40 years. The Auburn Chamber and Auburn Opelika Tourism Partnership Award was created to recognize a business, person, or project that has been an excellent partner in tourism or instrumental in developing or driving tourism in our area. This year's award goes to B&B Beverage Management. The mission of Auburn Opelika Tourism is to positively impact our local economy and to improve the quality of life in our community through tourism and travel. When the effects of COVID-19 single-handedly put an end to tourism in 2020, there was not a partner in the tourism industry who went unscathed. Hotels, restaurants, retailers, and event partners were left to find a way to survive with next to none of their traditional revenue stream. Everyone in the tourism industry deserves an award for surviving the past year. It is truly difficult to single out one partner who is any more deserving than another. So this year's winner is simply a great example of the resourcefulness, creativity, and resiliency of an industry that will not only survive, but will return to thrive despite the most insurmountable odds. This year's winner truly made spiked lemonade out of 2020's lemons. Where many event-driven businesses gave up, the team at B&B Beverage Management summoned their creativity, resilience, and commitment and managed not just to survive, but to create a thriving new business model with their line of custom cocktail kits, which shows every sign of remaining viable and profitable far beyond COVID and the return of normal business functions. So cheers to the entire B&B Beverage Management team for supporting our efforts to gather safely at the table in a year when the tables were pulled out from under us. We are pleased to honor them with the 2020 Tourism Partnership Award. Next, we'd like to recognize our Young Business Person of the Year. This award was initiated in 1994 to recognize a young business person for his or her achievement early in business. We're thrilled to present this award to Eloise Stewart, owner of Eloise Design Co. In 2014, Eloise Stewart was working as an instructor at Auburn University in the Department of Consumer and Design Sciences. Through her work, she recognized that students, young professionals, and small businesses within the Auburn community and beyond needed help with branding and design. Eloise knew she could build strong relationships with these groups and ultimately assist in sharing their story. Eloise Design Co. is dedicated to providing perspective, creativity, organization, and encouragement to college seniors, young professionals, and entrepreneurs as they navigate the path of self-discovery and individual value. Clearly, the business is doing exceedingly well, and Eloise is now joined by a team of other professionals dedicated to helping others succeed. Eloise has also expanded to partner with Auburn University to provide one-on-one career service courses to Auburn University students. While Eloise's portfolio is ever growing, she still finds time to serve and volunteer with many local organizations and is a great example of finding ways to give back to a community that supports her so well. Eloise, you inspire us. Your smile brightens our day, and your business brightens our community. We thank you and support your continued achievements. Created in 2002, the Norm Caldwell Excellence in Industry Award recognizes and honors an invaluable leader in industry. This year, we are honoring Aptar CSP Technologies. During a year like 2020, so many businesses faced challenges. Some were forced to close or scale back operations, and sadly, threats to our economy were real. Fortunately, however, there were some businesses that managed to sustain their efforts and some who even expanded during such a bad year. In 2020, Aptar CSP Technologies announced an expansion with a $23.7 million investment, creating 10 new jobs for the upcoming project. Aptar is a material science specialty company that delivers innovative, highly engineered, active packaging solutions that protect products. Since locating in Auburn in 2006, they have grown into an industry leader that holds over 400 patents worldwide, ships over 1 billion products annually, and with 6 locations worldwide, their headquarters are right here in Auburn. We couldn't be more proud to be home to this invaluable company and are thankful for their continued investment in our community. The Teague Award, created in 1991, is named for Sam Teague, a past president of the Chamber, a Chamber diplomat, member of the Board of Directors, and the ultimate volunteer. This award serves as the Chamber's Volunteer of the Year award and is presented annually to an outstanding volunteer. I am pleased to announce this year's recipient is John Atkinson. John experienced 2020's challenges firsthand as Director of PR and Marketing for East Alabama Medical Center. Communicating with the public about COVID-19 and the many issues related to the pandemic was no doubt a daunting task. And while it was part of his job, John could have let the stress of his job take a toll on his attitude and manner in which he served outside of his day job. Instead, John managed to continue his service to the Chamber's Board of Directors and served with a positive disposition and a dedicated effort to keep us informed, and was instrumental in the Chamber's partnership with feeding hospital workers. During a year where it would have been easy to let a volunteer role take a back seat to a challenging day job, John was committed to fulfilling his role as board member and was able to continue his service to other volunteer organizations too. John, we appreciate your service and commitment to the Chamber's Board of Directors, and thank you for being a dedicated communicator through your work as well. Congratulations on a job well done. The diplomats serve as our core group of volunteers and make everything we do possible. Our volunteers are our hosts, our events crew, and helpers behind the scenes. This year's program is proudly sponsored by Auburn Bank. Every year, we honor one diplomat who has gone above and beyond in service to the Chamber. We are happy to congratulate our 2020 Diplomat of the Year, Alexa Cole-Wiggins. Volunteers like Alexa are in high demand, so we're grateful that she spends her time serving with us. Alexa has served as an Auburn Chamber diplomat since 2019. She's reliable and cheerful, even happily offering to take on extra work to help out fellow diplomats with monthly assignments. Alexa, thank you for serving with such eagerness and excitement. We're happy you're on our team. Congratulations to all of our award winners.
Could we please have our award winners stand and be recognized? Congratulations to each of you. Following today's program, we would like for you to make your way to the stage for pictures. Before we present our two final awards, I would like to show appreciation to another important person to the Auburn Chamber. As you likely know, there have been some recent changes to the Auburn Chamber's leadership as a result of the end of an era that took place this past February when Lolly Steiner retired. While we know Lolly is making a positive impact in her new role with Auburn Bank, we want to take a moment, against her wishes, to acknowledge the more than 20 years of leadership she brought to this organization as president and the nearly 25 total years of service to the Auburn Chamber. The Auburn Chamber is where we are today in large part because of her dedication, talent, and always welcoming personality with just the right splash of Southern charm. Under Lolly's leadership, the Auburn Chamber has become synonymous with the word excellence and has become one of Auburn's leading organizations. Please join me in applauding Lolly's service and the significant contributions that she's made to the Chamber and to our great community. Thank you, Lolly. We appreciate you very much. Our two final awards serve to honor the efforts of people who, like Lolly, have exceeded expectations and whose efforts serving our community this past year could not go unnoticed. The Spirit of Auburn Award is reserved to honor an individual or a group who has moved us and demonstrated what it means to be a part of the Auburn family. Here to present this year's award is the Chamber's current board chair, Elliot McIsaac.
Thanks, Rod. There are two groups within our workforce who we would like to highlight with this award. There's no doubt we all faced challenges in our workplace during 2020. We all learned how to adapt and be creative and did the best with making decisions and staying the course. These two groups not only learned how to adapt and be creative, but served our community, meeting our needs while under the watchful eye of everyone. I am sure that the leaders of these groups felt that every day. Sometimes every hour, changes were bombarding them, but they stayed the course and led us to the other side. No amount of recognition can properly honor the hard work and effort that our healthcare workers and our educators have given this year. However, we would like to recognize both groups today with the Spirit of Auburn Award with deepest appreciation for the many hours they served for following our true calling to serve our community. Please join me in celebrating these two groups by welcoming representatives to the stage from each group. Laura Grill, President and CEO of East Alabama Health. Dr. Kristen Herring, Superintendent of Auburn City Schools. and Dr. Stan Cox, Headmaster of Lee Scott Academy. All right, we'll turn it back over to Rod.
Our next award is the Chairman's Award. This award is the Auburn Chamber's highest honor bestowed upon an accomplished leader who is dedicated to the Auburn community. Without question, this year's recipient embodies both of these. Auburn is fortunate to have many leaders and organizations who made significant contributions to our community during a crisis not seen in over 100 years. One person in particular made a contribution during 2020 that not only positively impacted the local community, but also the global community. Most life-altering achievements don't just happen, they take time. As a way of introduction, I'd like to provide a glimpse into the journey that led to our selection of this year's award winner. This leader began making his mark in the 1950s when he took over the helm of the family business and grew it into one of the largest dairy companies in the United States, including making his first plastic milk jug and the first resealable milk carton spout. This leader then went on to invent a series of molded plastic containers that provided safe and innovative packaging for companies such as Abbott Laboratories, Johnson & Johnson, and GlaxoSmithKline. In 2012, this leader was approached by the Children's Hospital of Stanford University to help solve the problem of losing 20 to 25 premature babies each year. These babies were suffering from adverse reactions to microparticles found in traditional glass syringes and vials. It was at this time that this leader started a company that would manufacture containers to store modern biological drugs. Since that time, SiO2 Materials Science has spent more than $500 million in research and development to invent a breakthrough technology platform which fuses the benefits of glass and plastic without the drawbacks of either. With the global pandemic of 2020 crippling the economy and with lives at stake, Mr. Bobby Abrams, an Auburn-based SiO2, played a vital role in the safe distribution of hundreds of millions of a much-needed vaccine to combat COVID-19. It was clear to everyone that the world needed a vaccine. What was not clear to most was that the world needed a safe way to deliver that vaccine. Mr. Abrams and SiO2 delivered. To meet the expected demand, SiO2 embarked on rapidly expanding its production capability and its workforce. With help from local, state, and federal government, SiO2 invested over $160 million in Auburn and added 200 jobs to its workforce. Mr. Abrams and SiO2 made a significant investment that was felt immediately in Auburn and offered hope around the world. Mr. Abrams' leadership, ingenuity, and long-term commitment to Auburn have been exhibited throughout his journey. Since 1992 alone, Mr. Abrams' cumulative investment in Auburn is close to $1 billion and around 1,000 jobs. His work is inspiring and is truly worthy of admiration and recognition. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Bobby Abrams to the stage to accept the Auburn Chamber's 2020 Chairman's Award. Sorry, y'all, could not find his award. Thank you, Mr. Abrams. And I'd like to also point out that in attendance is his wife, Marilyn, who flew down this morning from New York City. Also, we have Mr. Ken Kelly, Head of Manufacturing Technologies at SiO2, and also Ahmad Tahu, who is Head of Research and Development at SiO2. It has truly been an honor to serve as board chair in 2020. If you've been affiliated in any way with the Auburn Chamber, you know that this organization is fully focused on being a positive resource for those who have chosen to operate and do business in the Auburn community. Thank you for your investment in the Auburn Chamber, and thank you for allowing this organization to support you and your business. I'm forever grateful for the opportunity to be a servant of the Auburn Chamber. Now it is my honor to introduce Mr. Elliot McIsaac, who has already been serving as chairman for 2021. Elliot, an assistant vice president for alumni relations and development at VCOM, has invested many years in our community, volunteering in various organizations, including Rotary and the board of directors for Lee Scott Academy. He is also currently working on a PhD in adult education at Auburn University. On behalf of the Chamber Board, it is my privilege to officially pass the gavel of leadership to Elliot McIsaac as 2021 Board Chair.
Congratulations. Don't go anywhere. Hang on, Rod. Don't go anywhere. That means come back. Thank you. Rod, thank you for your leadership and time you've given to the Chamber as chairman in 2020. In a year where nothing was normal or anywhere close to normal, you provided a vision to help guide the Chamber through the year. So on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, I would like to present you with this check with a donation to the United Way made out in your honor. Thank you again for all you've done for you and continue to do for this community. What an incredible afternoon, celebrating all of our 2020 award winners. I'd be remiss if I did not thank the Chamber staff for putting on this incredible event and all the hard work that went into putting on this event. As with anything this year, we've had to pivot and go away from the normal, and I think it's turned out pretty fun. Anna, with your leadership and the team you have in place, the future of the Auburn Chamber is as bright as ever. 2020 was a year of survival. We all did what we needed to do to make it through the year. We took care of each other to ensure our community would survive. We did survive, and we are now set to thrive again. 2021 has so far shown us change and growth, and I am honored to help lead the Chamber this year. We have incredible leadership and talent, both on our Chamber board and on our Chamber staff. I look forward to working with you all to ensure the Auburn business community continues to thrive in 2021. Thank you for this opportunity, and with that, I officially close this annual meeting of the Auburn Chamber of Commerce.